my husband and I were married in 1956, I think it was, or 5. And we moved here after our first, well, he built pipelines, and he moves all over. And we moved here from Cold Lake, which was his first pipeline. He came here, and shortly after, he met someone who told him he has to join a golf club and the Glencoe Club and the Ranchman's Club. And I said, but we're poor. I mean, we're just married. He said, they told me I had to. So we did. And I can't remember the year. It was 58 or 59. I looked it up and I couldn't find it. When I first came, I had Joe, I think, was just running around. Megan was in a carry-all baby thing, and we brought a blanket and we brought lunch and we spread out, and he started to talk to the people who also had brought their young children. And that is really what started. I don't know how they do it now, because it wasn't the same. Now you buy lunch. And then we were living at the time, I think, in Wildwood, and I got tired of driving here, so we moved down to Elbow Park. And then shortly after, of course, you burned down. Well, actually, we had just moved to Iran. So while we were in Iran, you burnt down and built the club. So that was nice of you. You did perfectly. So we came on to a nice new club, which was good because I remember playing badminton in the old badminton court, and I don't know where it was, but it must have been out in the lawn. It was so cold that we used to run around the court first to get warm. That was Lola Van Ostrin and Nancy Rain. I don't know if you know those names. That was way back. Well, I did everything badly. I played, I played bridge well, I must say that. But my badminton was poor. My curling was poor. What other? Anything that I did, I was not good at. But I loved sociability. Yeah, I really did. And I used to come down here for exercise. And I remember at the time we had a man who was in control of all the exercise programs, and he used to make us run around the badminton courts first to get in shape. That was the hardest. Then, if they used to have dances, and we would always come to them, and as I say, they did teach dancing at that time. We took those lessons. And socially, well, this was the center of our social life, really. We met friends here that formed a bridge club. And we played for years. There's the Mackeys, the Littles, the Colleys, the Cranston. And we went for years, but they were the nucleus, and we met everybody here. Well, it was just our little club. We were 4 couples, and we all met here and played bridge here, and then just made our own little group. Well, our club lasted for years, so in the middle of it, you were. And not many people were as keen as I were that were in our bridge club. I made my husband take lessons. And our children loved this club. It was, I phoned them both and said, okay, tell me. And Joe said, Mom, it was perfect. It was where I came. He swam. He was in the competitive bridge club, swimming club. And to this day, friends, people he met at swim meets are still his friends. And my daughter, I phoned her and she said, oh, Mom, it was wonderful, because she said, my best friends, the Beaumonts were here, and Allison Little, and they're still her friends. But they don't go until now. They both moved away, and they moved to other provinces. And I said, would you like to join? And they said, well, there's no point. And my daughter actually did come back here, but she was away for so many years. But it was after school, they met here. And we always knew where they were. And I didn't have to drive them anywhere. I loved that. Not a driving mother. I was a walking mother, yes. And I wasn't like when my kids did their activities, I can remember watching my daughter skate occasionally, and there were mothers that on the window, shape up. I wasn't one of them. No, I just thought they're having fun. I learned in university, and then one of the countries I moved to first was, well, it's Alaska. That is another country, I guess. And I played bridge up there, and I took lessons, duplicate. And when I came back here, I wanted to play bridge. And I went to Mort Van Osten. I saw him on the street. I don't know if you remember that name, but he was a local character. And I said, Mort, I want to play bridge. Would you tell me where to go? And he said, Torchy, I don't play bridge with women. I said, I didn't ask you to play bridge with me. I said, where can I play? So he said, well, I'll take you. So he took me to a bridge club, and Martinique it was called, and it was a very good bridge club. And he said, oh, I'll play with you once a week. From now on, we'll play at the Glencoe. And that's how I started playing at the Glencoe, was with Mort Van Osten. And I played with him for years. And most people were terrified of him because he really was good and formidable, and I wasn't. But that is really where I got my start. And then, as I say, bridge has helped me so much in our life because we traveled the world. We lived in 9 different countries, I think. And bridge was how I got to meet people. I'd be invited to someone's home and they say, oh, you're playing bridge? Well, and then that was an entree that was wonderful. I like the people here. What I think is interesting, I am running out of my contemporaries, except Rena, she plays with me, but I'm playing with the children of my friends from the Glencoe Club. And some of them are wives of my son's swimming partners, like Wiggum and who else was Kathy, and anyway, these young girls are all playing with me, and they're making my life wonderful. Join everything. You should curl, you should play badminton, you should bowl. I did all those things, and if you get on, they'll put you on a team, and you're going to meet people there. I was on a curling team, I remember the first one, and I had lots of friends, but they weren't my team because I wasn't very good. They put me on a team with new people, and I think that's great. Same with all those things. You have to join everything, and don't worry if you're not no good, because you can't all be. We moved from a house in Wildwood down here just to be by the club. And then when we moved next, it was into Mount Royal. I can still walk here. And now I'm living in 13th Avenue, and I can still walk here. It's really important. I feel at home here. I always have.